Now, on this evening's programme, we're focusing on small business and on the supports that are available to people who are thinking of or maybe have just started a small business. And we're starting off here in Cahir, lovely town of Cahir. You can see its magnificent castle here behind me. Cahir is also home to the South Tipperary Development Company, and an initiative has been put in place by that company which will encourage and enable people to get their small businesses up and running. Niall Morrissey is the CEO, and he's going to explain to us about the initiative. Niall, hello.
Mary, you're very welcome to the offices of South Tipperary Development Company.
Thank you very much. Tell us about this project.
A little over a year ago, we sat down here in the office to plan and see what we could do in terms of supporting entrepreneurs who want to set up their own businesses. We focus in on first of all, the three towns we felt that needed most assistance: Tipperary Town, Clonmel and Carrick-on-Shore. So we put a proposal to our board, and we're very generous to both our evaluation committee in the company here and our board, who supported an investment of €172,000 in total from the Rural Development Programme. And the competition then that we were going to set up in the three towns would invite people who had business startup ideas to come forward, and then we obviously had to do an assessment of those ideas and then put them through roughly 10 to 14 week programme, different ones in different towns.
A start your own business course.
Start your own business course, but more than that, that you were interacting with the participants on the course and bouncing ideas off of each other. And more than that, we went out to the local communities and said, what can you do in the local communities to give these people support? What can you provide in terms of the prize, but more so in terms of the mentoring and support that will go on over that first crucial 12-month period in terms of a startup business. And the local communities came forward in their droves.
So these business people have been giving of their time free and of their skills, and that continues, doesn't it, after the business course?
That's it. Not only during the programmes, and we are very grateful to those who came in and gave their time during the actual programme, but now they're still willing to be there and assist these businesses to keep going, give them the legal advice, give them the accountancy support. I said the hot desks in terms of the offices that are available in Tip Town and in Clonmel, and to be there for them whenever there's a problem.
So this is a wonderful opportunity for the small businesses that emerge from this project. I'm sure it's also a big boost for the towns in Tipperary.
Absolutely. As I said, each of those towns, and in particular Tipperary and Carrick-on-Shore, you know, they've lost a lot of big employers over the years. And they're badly in need now of that small, sustainable businesses setting up and staying there, that the employment can be, the people can depend on it into the future. And you know, the very fact that all those supports came forward, you know, €80,000 alone in Carrick-on-Shore, I mean, that just shows you the local businesses recognise they need other businesses. They all need each other to survive and prosper and keep the towns going. And that's the biggest thing. I said it was the passion of all the people involved, not even the participants or us in the local development company. The local communities just stood up when they were called upon.
As Niall was saying, there are lots of success stories emerging from this initiative, and one of them is Organic Little One. It's a new business being started by Niamh O'Dwyer in conjunction with her mentor Tipperary Co-op. And we've come along to Tip Town to see how that partnership is working out. Niamh, tell us a little bit about your business.
Organic Little One is a company specialising in infant foods from first taste to 12 months plus. I suppose we're at a very exciting time where we're just about to launch our stage 1 weaning purees, which are for 4 to 6 months plus, and they come in 5 varieties: apple, pear, butternut squash, sweet potato and carrot.
And here they are. Yum yum, aren't they gorgeous? Did you always have a background, say, in food?
No, I suppose my background would be that I'm a Bachelor of Business Studies in marketing, and roles up to, I suppose, setting up my own business would have been in sales.
So why baby food?
I suppose the inspiration came from my 2 little homegrown taste testers at home. I have 2 little boys, they're now 5 and 3. And when my first son was born, Gavin, I suppose, looked at the options for baby food for him, trawled through the supermarket, and was actually quite, I think, surprised to find that there wasn't any chilled baby foods.
You saw a gap in the market.
Absolutely.
And how did you become involved in this project?
I suppose initially with the South Tipperary Development Company's training for entrepreneurship, it was a local business person knew that I had started to create Organic Little One. He mentioned it to me that this training programme was going to be taking place in Tipperary town, and felt that it would be a good opportunity for me, particularly to get to know people within, I suppose, the business community in Tipperary, and be able to perhaps plug into supports that were there.
Well, you've got a great partnership, haven't you, with your mentor here at Tipperary Co-op, and the use of all of these fabulous machines.
Absolutely.
You got a lot of baby food in them, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. We won't just start off straight with these, but I suppose Tipperary Co-op has been, they've been a phenomenal support to me, not only as becoming our production partner, because when I would have initially started with the programme in Tipperary town, I would have just had a concept with none of, I suppose, the infrastructure behind it. So,
Niamh, we'll have to come back and chat to you again when you've taken over the world with Little Organic One.
I would love if you would, Mary. Thank you
The
very
best of luck
much.
when you launch.
Thank you very much.
Ted O'Connor is Managing Director of Tipperary Co-op and Niamh's mentor in this project. Ted, the Co-op here in Tipperary has some history, hasn't it? And is a stalwart in the community, isn't it?
It is. The Tip Co-op was founded in 1908, so it's around for a few days, no doubt.
Certainly is. And you've got lots of examples of the contribution it's made over the years.
We have, I suppose, the first year I think the turnover was something around 1,300, and it is probably 150 million today. So it's, you know, it is a big growth over those many years, of course, but it's a big growth over those years.
And now you're continuing that kind of initiative and growth by becoming involved in this project.
And I suppose we see we're involved in the community in a lot of things, and certainly when Niamh put the enthusiasm and the ideas together, I think she needed the help, and we were very willing to do that because we have a lot of skill sets in the company that should be useful to someone starting up. So we're only delighted to be a help to her, to get her kicked off in a good fashion.
You mentioned community there, and really, I suppose that's what it's all about, isn't it? Helping the small man, the small woman in the community to get going.
I suppose, look, obviously we run a commercial business here, but we're in a position to help. We're a key employer in the area. We deal with a lot of small milk suppliers, big milk suppliers, small company servicing us. So we're certainly very hinged into the local community, and this is only just a continuation of that, and it is only right and proper that we should do it also.
Well now, doesn't that just seem like a marriage made in heaven? And we wish them the very best for the future.